So hey,
Welcome.
Sharon and Mark here with 4x2 Travel. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but guess what? A new year is coming. So excited.
And a new cruise. So we
I'm
love
even
to
more
travel,
excited.
and we especially love to cruise, and especially with NCL. And so a year ago,
Yeah, we were just finishing up the trip of pretty much a lifetime.
we did a back-to-back on the Encore. We went from Miami to Southampton.
A
Just
back to back
before,
with a pause.
yeah, it went into dry dock for 2 weeks, and then we took the ship back. And we did a number of videos because there was a lot of misinformation out there about what was going to happen on the dry dock. And anyway, we wanted to provide some more accurate information, and hopefully we did. So periodically, I'm looking at different things and different options, and came across a cruise coming up in March, and it kind of hit us. There were four different benefits or pluses we saw. One was the cost.
Always a good thing.
Seemed like a good deal. It was a transatlantic. We've done.
We like the longer cruises. We like the sea days.
Yeah.
And transatlantics have been kind of our go-to.
This would be
Haven't
our fifth.
tried a trans-Pacific, but that's on a list.
So we've done a number of different cruises, but we do like the transatlantic. So this one starts in Italy. We've never been.
Never been.
Been a few places in Europe.
Yep.
So that's a plus to go to Italy. It's also stops
In Barcelona, which was our very first foreign destination travel after we got married. So
40 years ago. And we've always wanted to
a long
return.
time ago.
We spent 2 weeks there in a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. So there is that. But then also, this is the first cruise for the brand new NCL Luna. And, you know, I say first cruise. There's like 2 Facebook groups that call it the maiden voyage. Others inaugural, whatever. Now, NCL actually formally has a maiden voyage in April.
Which is like once it gets all the way back to Miami, and I guess they do some sprucing up in Miami, some last minute touches perhaps.
And the ceremony.
And
to
then,
christen.
do we know who the god person is?
I think we saw at one point, but I don't remember. But the we want to enjoy the first cruise with passengers on the Luna, which is one of the new Prima Plus. Now, NCL's going through quite a few iterations with their ships. Did it say?
Hasn't been officially announced.
Okay. So our first cruise 20 years ago was on the
Wind.
The Wind, NCL Wind. Comparatively, it was a smaller ship.
That was unique because we flew into Hawaii.
Well, we'll get to that when we talk about flights. But anyway,
it still was
the
unique.
Wind. Yeah. And then we did, out of Charleston, the Majesty. Have cruised on a few of the other comparatively smaller ships.
Short back-to-back out of, was it Miami or Tampa or someplace?
Miami. On the Sky.
Booze cruise, but we don't like those as much.
Well, as much. Every cruise has been great.
Well, we like
so
cruising.
Then, it seems like the whole industry started wanting bigger and bigger ships. And NCL did the Epic. Seemed to be a one-off.
Haven't been on that one yet. Let us know what your thoughts are on the Epic.
But we have been on a couple of the Breakaway Plus. We did the Joy, Panama Canal, and we did the Encore we talked about last year, to and from before the dry dock. So then NCL comes out with the Prima and Prima Plus class. Still trying to figure out exactly what. A lot of what I read is kind of vague.
The difference between Prima and Prima Plus?
Or Prima and the Breakaway class. It seems
the
like,
difference between those two classes?
yeah, uh, one term was boutique. I don't know how that applies to a cruise ship. It seemed to be they wanted uh, maybe more space, more public space, more balconies, seems to be more haven cabins. But so we're interested to see really how does,
Have you been on a breakaway and a Prima? Let us
right?
know what you think the differences are.
So the Luna will be the second in the Prima Plus class. So it'll be interesting to see, yes, what that's going to be like. Uh, so as we said, this starts in Italy. Now it says Rome, although there is no port in Rome itself.
Well,
The
Rome's
airport's not
inland.
even in Rome. You have Rome, and then down toward the coast, 45 minutes to an hour travel is the airport. Then if you go up the coast, another 45 minutes to an hour, you come to the port. And
The port city of
pronounce it correctly, dear.
Civitavecchia.
So that's the port city.
Civitavecchia.
Yes, I've always struggled with pronouncing that correctly. But anyway, that's where the port, that's where the ship sails out of. So you fly into, or most people are going to fly into Rome. Now, NCL,
I suppose you could fly into Milan and take a train and just see more of the country.
I mean, you can fly into anywhere, but most people are going to fly into Rome. And that's where NCL has their specials. They will book your airfare or your air flights for you. And you started to save way back 20 years ago with Hawaii.
Yes. So on the Wind, first of all, it was our first cruise. And so as novices, we said, oh, well, it will be safer to allow NCL to handle all of the flight arrangements.
And we use a travel agent too. We've become more comfortable with doing things on our own. And it worked.
It did. We got there. It was disjointed. We flew on 2 or 3 different airlines.
Well, coming and going. I think it was one airline going, a different airline coming back.
Yeah.
But there were
just
a couple. It certainly
not-
wasn't nonstop from North Carolina.
No, I think we stopped in Salt Lake City or someplace.
But we got there the morning of, hopped on the NCL shuttle, went right to the ship. Everything worked fine.
Yeah.
Now, since then, we've always gone in a day or two ahead of time.
Yeah. We've booked our own flights,
Yes.
made our own reservations, but yes, we have come in usually 2
1
days.
or 2 nights. Yeah.
It really just depends on the comfort level and like if we're flying domestically. So if we're going to Florida or we flew out of New Orleans, typically we fly Delta now.
And also even the
They
cost.
tend to have lots of flights. So if you miss one or if weather is an issue, then
So NCL also offers what they call deviations. So a lot of people want to come in 1 or 2 nights early. So our cruise leaves Italy on the 10th of March. So a 1-day deviation has you arrive on the 9th. A 2-day deviation has you arrive on the 8th. But
they
you
don't
have
say
a lot of control.
when that day starts. It could be at
Well, we all know when the day starts, but the flight could arrive as early as 9 in the morning or 10:30 at night.
Right.
So that's a 12-hour difference of time in country.
Yeah.
So we started looking at other options. Sharon mentioned we like to fly Delta, so we, of course, looked at Delta and looked at also one-way fares because multi-city, it's not a round trip. We're not flying back from Rome.
Right.
They can be kind of expensive. So looked directly at Delta. Then we also looked at Expedia.
Which was new for us.
New for us, and people have different opinions of that. But what we found was they offered to combine your flight with a hotel stay. So we picked a flight on Delta that we liked, has us getting in Rome at 10:30 in the morning. We also then looked at hotels. Now we could stay in Rome proper,
Right.
which some people are doing. We could stay in the port city, or some people are combining
Civitavecchia.
Civitavecchia.
Very good. I'll
So-
give you a what's an Italian?
Cannoli.
Yeah, cannoli. There you go. Or
So
espresso.
we will. Some people will stay in Rome and then stay one night in the port. We decided to stay all 3 nights in the port because one, it was cheaper, and secondly, just to be there the morning of. It'll make things easier
Yeah.
getting to the ship the morning of, and we'll probably just take a couple of day trips into Rome.
Yeah.
There's a train that goes directly into Rome. It's not
Hopefully
that
it
expensive.
won't be on strike. If it is, then
And there's
we'll
other
figure out other options. Yeah.
But we'll just do a couple day trips up to
Yeah.
Rome, and then we'll be there. And as it turned out with the package, also, it seemed like the discounts increased the more nights you stay at a hotel. And so it appeared that basically we got the third night for free. So in third night for free, we will actually leave North Carolina on the 6th, arrive on the 7th at 10:30 in the morning. We will still figure out how we're going to get from the airport to the port. There are a lot of different options at different price points, but we'll figure that out.
Whether
And,
we go through Rome or
yeah, it
is
seems
there
like
something direct from the airport
there are
up?
shuttles that go direct. They seem to be kind of pricey.
Okay.
The cheaper thing would be there is an express train from the airport into Rome. You change trains at the same terminal and up to the port. So I'm kind of leaning toward that, but we still have a couple months to figure that out. But that's kind of where we're going with this whole thing. Also, I did a short video that'll drop just comparing the food venues, because there are some changes with the Prima Plus
I'm excited about those.
from the Prima, and of course there's differences with the rest of the fleet. And because of our latitude status and whether it's free at sea or more at sea, whichever one it was, on the 13th night we will have 5 different specialty meals. So we'll definitely hit some of the newer venues. I think one of the things that looks interesting to me is what they call the food hall,
Yep, that's the one.
which will be fun, I think. And looking forward to entertainment. May have to do a whole different thing on entertainment. We really liked on the Encore the Beatles, tribute bands, and Choir of Man. Was a lot of fun. Free beer.
Yeah. Had to get in line though.
Yeah. But then this looks like there's a Elton John tribute, and at the smaller venue, an Eagles.
Yeah.
And
So I don't know about our younger audience, how they feel about that.
but it's still classic
it's good
music.
music. So,
You know, it's the classics.
I guess we had to
classic
put
rock.
up with Cirque du Soleil type.
I think there's one of those too.
All right. There you go.
You know, so we'll see.
There'll
what
be
the
something for
entertainment-
everybody.
And realize too that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, when can I schedule or get reservations for? And we've never gotten reservations pre-cruise,
No.
and we've always been able to get reservations at the restaurants we wanted, and usually only the big events, like on the Encore it was Choir of Man. There were a lot of other events in the main theater there didn't have reservations. Choir of Man was one of the few that
And
you
we
needed,
were-
but you could show up.
You could show up, and we actually went and saw it a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know,
So don't stress over that.
I wouldn't, but you
Yeah.
know, some people,
There's a comfort level
it's-
in having
things are going to
straight.
change anyway. So it's really,
Yeah.
you can put it on your calendar.
And we
But
found that out too. That with what
anyway.
was the on the Joy, the one with it was the old musical,
The,
Kevin Bacon musical,
oh, yeah.
Footloose,
Footloose.
and the stage elements were so big that it actually wasn't safe to do it when there was much movement on the ship.
We've
And
been
so-
on a couple of
But they changed
cruises
the
where
night.
they switch the night. So
Yeah.
things are going to happen.
And you flow
just-
with it.
Just flow.
Yeah, enjoy the
It's
cruise. and
freestyle.
It is, and we've again we haven't had a bad cruise.
Nope.
I can't even think of and all of our. I added it up, 111 days on ship. Now there's some of you out there that's like
That's what
Small.
you do in a year. But
yeah. We haven't been that fortunate, but I don't think we've even had really a bad meal out of 111 days.
no,
Not that I
the
can think
only
of.
one that is not a bad meal, just the most memorable service, is when our poor waiter ran into a pillar that was behind you and dumped some creamer on your shirt. But
And he thought he was going to get thrown off the ship. I think he felt so bad about
he
it.
did. But
And
he was
I'm
really
like,
sweet.
hey,
Everything was fine.
Everything's fine, no big deal. But anyway, that's part of the experience.
I mean, they're human.
Yeah,
Everybody is.
and
I've probably made more of a mess.
and the other benefit of the transatlantics we missed, almost every transatlantic we've been on, because they're longer, does a talent show, and this is one of Sharon's favorite
Yes.
parts.
So I'm expecting that on the transatlantic. So I think it's any ship, any cruise that's 10 days or longer has a talent show at the end of the cruise. And so there was a gentleman this last cruise that brought his own trombone. It was a plastic trombone, but it was a trombone, and he played it. And so if you have a talent and want, please join us. But typically they have a choir that
Right. So they had the solo acts, but then you
and
guys
then they
did the
have
choir.
a choir, and we meet pretty much every sea day and have like 6 songs
rehearsal.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
And
lot
it
of
was-
fun just to get to know some people and that.
And it was somebody on staff with the ship that
Yeah,
actually
the
ran
not the cruise director, but the
show
under the
director or
cruise-
something like that.
under
yeah,
the
but,
cruise director. Yeah.
in picking the songs and helping with the practices. And,
But the
running the show.
musicality of these people are
yeah.
amazing.
And it was, they pretty much packed out the theater for that event.
The
It was
second
like the
time.
last sea day of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cruise is when
yeah.
they had that talent show. So that was, but
That
there
was
are
a lot of fun.
so much different things.
I mean, we were on that cruise. There was another group that just did crafts.
Yeah.
So whether you get together officially and do crafts, or there were a lot of people that did crafts even in the dining area of the buffet, just because you have a lot of nice natural light. But yeah,
And
if
we
you
hung
want to
out.
do it, there's probably somebody.
Yeah. We played a lot of dominoes and cards with a group
Yep.
in the afternoons and stuff, but there's just so much, or you just chill. And that's, you're not, or port intensives can be tiring.
They
You get
are
to see a lot,
fatiguing.
but
Yeah.
we really enjoyed the ports we stopped at last year with the Encore, but it wasn't like every day kind of a thing. So anyway, we've covered a lot of crazy stuff about our upcoming cruise. This is, as you can see, we're almost to Christmas, and our cruise is March the 10th of
Yeah.
next
So
year.
is that like 90
80
days?
some days is what they
Okay.
what Facebook is saying, I believe. So anyway, looking forward to that. If you have questions, that you want answered, then we can specifically look while we're prepping or when we're actually on board this brand new ship.
Yeah, specific questions about the Prima or Prima Plus or the Luna. But if you have other questions, just general questions, ask away. We might know it, and if we don't, then somebody else in the comments probably knows. So
yeah, it's been interesting.
Or we can research it.
That some of those videos we did last year had 2,000 or 3,000 views, but almost no questions. It just was. Anyway, it is what it
Comments
is.
are welcome.
Yeah.
Keep it nice.
Subscribe and ring
Give
a
us
bell,
a like,
do all those different things. But we appreciate you watching,
tuning in,
and
look forward to meeting you perhaps in March.
And hope you have a cruise booked. And at the end of the day,
maybe Santa will bring you one.
So please enjoy.
Have a happy holiday and a great new year, and
travel well.
There you go.